last year the price of Bitcoin more than doubled. This caused skeptic investors to regret that they didn't invest in this coin at the beginning of the year. Now there's a buzz about Bitcoin again. Much of it is due to the approval of a spot exchange traded fund, or ETF. The fund invests directly in Bitcoin, but doesn't require a wallet registration. This gives investors the opportunity to get direct access to the price of Bitcoin through the purchase of shares, not the coin itself. As a result, compared to the situation a year ago, Bitcoin is almost twice as expensive. On the other hand, there have been instances where the launch of new tools coincided with a drop in the coin's price. For instance, in 2017, the launch of futures on the CME occurred, and the price of Bitcoin fell from 20,000 per coin to 3,000. In 2021, the launch of futures on the Bitcoin ETF preceded a drop from 69,000 to 15,000. 2024 began with Bitcoin becoming cheaper after a local record of growth. The price is now fluctuating around $40,000. Some experts call this a correction and are confident that Bitcoin is preparing to jump. Others give a negative forecast. We'll dissect their opinions and arguments and draw conclusions, how to act in this situation so as not to lose your money. What strategy is the simplest and most effective, especially if you're a newbie, and why? Is this really the best time to buy Bitcoin, or should you wait a little bit? I'll tell you what strategy I would stick to in different situations, having a portfolio with Bitcoin and fearing a fall, or in case of fears of missing out on the benefit of further growth. Jump to the time codes if you're only interested in my opinion and conclusions.
My name is Ivan. I'm an investor and a businessman. I have 6 projects in crypto, IT, and artificial intelligence. And while I am working, my digital clone is recording this video for you right now. All information has been double-checked by me personally. The future is already here.
Let's first talk about the positive predictions. We'll start with the opinion of Forbes analysts who believe that Bitcoin will grow. There are 2 main reasons for this. The first is that a halving is planned for April 2024. This is a reduction of the coin supply by half that occurs every 4 years. As a result, the supply decreases and perhaps demand will increase, followed by the price. Globally, halving is beneficial. It helps stabilize the price and improve security. However, there are also downsides. Miner profitability will decrease. Many of the smaller miners will go bankrupt due to a lack of resources, or they will be swallowed up by larger players. Mining coins will become significantly more expensive and likely many miners will be in the red. The approximate cost of mining Bitcoin will be between $38,000 and $40,000 per Bitcoin. Historically, the price of Bitcoin has increased after each halving, although not immediately but over several months. For instance, in the year 2012, after the halving, the price went up from $12 to more than $1,000. After the halvings in 2016 and 2020, the situation was the same. It can be assumed that after the halving in 2024, there will also be growth, and the overall trend will be positive. The second reason why Bitcoin might grow is the approval of a spot exchange fund, which I already mentioned at the beginning of the video. Ideally, this change will lead to the crypto market becoming more reliable and less susceptible to manipulation. For instance, market participants will not need to worry about the safe storage of cryptocurrency because the investors may not hold the currency itself, just the shares. Forbes provides figures calculated by Blockware Solutions analysts. This is a data center owner for miners as well as a company that mines Bitcoin independently. They believe that the value of Bitcoin in the future will reach a colossal figure, $400,000. Ultimately, if you believe this forecast, then the price will be rising in the near future, and it's not worth waiting for a further fall. You need to buy the coin now, as overall it will likely only increase in price. The anonymous analyst known as Plan B also adheres to the positive forecasts. He believes that Bitcoin will consolidate at around $40,000 in the near future. Then, within a year, the coin's value will reach $100,000. Plan B also makes a bold forecast for the next few years. He asserts that Bitcoin can surge to the point that it approaches $500,000, possibly as early as the year 2025. If you believe the forecasts of Forbes and Plan B, now is the best time to buy Bitcoin because its value will be rapidly increasing in the future. According to their forecasts, the best time to buy is around $40,000 per Bitcoin. The price is unlikely to drop lower than this. Following the positive forecasts, it's important to consider one point. Bitcoin is currently the most capitalized asset, so there's no point in selling all your coins no matter the price. Even after Bitcoins rise to $100,000 and above, don't rush to sell all your coins. It's better to keep some for yourself, as the growth may continue. I always advise to keep some Bitcoin coins in your portfolio. The views of Forbes and Plan B experts are shared by crypto blogger Guy Turner, the host of the Coin Bureau channel. He claims that we can expect a record growth of Bitcoin, similar to the years 2016 and 2020. The reason is the same upcoming halving in April of this year. Turner believes that the halving will not have an immediate significant impact, but will gradually influence the price increase. This is because the plans for cutting in half are already known, and most likely taken into account by the market. The blogger says that Bitcoin in the year 2024 can reach more than $80,000. The positive forecast is based on Bitcoin's historical indicators. The coin's movements are cyclical. After the crypto winter comes a thaw, followed by a growth phase and a new all-time high. The conclusion is the same. As long as the price of Bitcoin is around $40,000, it's a good entry point because the price will increase in the future. Let's examine the forecast put forward by Bloomberg, the largest financial news agency. Bloomberg believes that the upcoming halving will lead to a price increase of more than 80%. There's a chance that by the end of 2024, the price of Bitcoin will reach $120,000. If you trust Bloomberg's forecast, there's no sense in delaying the purchase of coins because Bitcoin will grow. But before we continue, I want to thank you for your support. I've been creating content for 6 months that helps people understand crypto not just as a way to make money, but also as a technology that makes our lives better. I conduct and will continue to conduct cryptocurrency giveaways to your wallets. I also have a whole series of videos about how crypto is improving the world and how it can help each of us. Thank you for liking and commenting. It's very important. For instance, 1 like is another 10 views in the recommendation for other viewers. Thank you again. Now let's continue. Some experts offer several development options. Blogger CryptoJeb calculates price fluctuations using his methodology and puts forward 2 likely scenarios for the near future. He believes that due to the hype around Bitcoin, a strong correction, that is, a price reduction, can be expected. The first scenario proposed by the blogger, the price of Bitcoin will fall to $37,000 to $39,000 and hold at this mark for some time. Second scenario, Bitcoin will drop to $30,000 to $31,000. If this happens, a unique opportunity to buy cryptocurrency profitably will appear, according to the blogger, the best opportunity in the entire history of Bitcoin. In any case, after this period, within a year or a year and a half, Bitcoin will take off again. CryptoJeb is confident that the coin will trade at the level of $100,000 from August to November 2024. That is, it will reach a price peak by the end of the second to third quarter. Based on this forecast, it can be concluded that investors will be able to buy more Bitcoins at low prices. There will be several months for this, until the cost of the coin goes up. However, CryptoJeb notes that in mid-January, the Bitcoin rate did not behave as many expected. When it reached the mark of $47,000, traders assumed that there would be a strong jump, but the price fell to $41,000 in a couple of days. The correction occurred a short time after the approval and launch of those very spot ETFs. Likely in the future, there may be new unpredictable fluctuations. As you can see, optimistic forecasts do not always come true. Therefore, if you want to profit here and now, you need to be ready to sell a part of the coins at any moment to lock in profits. You should do this when the cost approaches the annual record. Not all experts adhere to a positive forecast. For instance, the analyst Dr. Profit believes that the market stands on the brink of a major correction. At the same time, he doesn't rule out that the price will hover at roughly the same level for several weeks before the fall. In the trader's opinion, the levels of $48,000 to $52,000 are perfect for opening short positions. In layman's terms, if his forecast is correct, you can sell Bitcoin at a higher price to later buy it cheaper without waiting several months or years. That is, without long-term investing. This is what's called a short position. How to choose the most secure and competent strategy. So we've collected different opinions, and it's time to draw conclusions. Firstly, I'll note that in the world of cryptocurrencies, there are no absolute guarantees. Any forecast is based on current data and probabilities. Each investor should keep their finger on the pulse, monitor how the situation in the crypto world is changing, and decide in which direction to expand their portfolio. This is the job of the investor, to choose what to believe in and to take the risk on oneself. As you can see, in the crypto world, there are opinions and arguments for both the rise and the fall of the Bitcoin price. But still, what would I personally do? If you have a portfolio with Bitcoin and fear a fall, sell about 20 to 25% of your Bitcoin. If the market goes down, you'll reinvest these funds and buy more Bitcoin for the same amount. If, on the other hand, you fear missing out on the benefit due to further growth, buy Bitcoin with 25% of your free money. If you don't understand cryptocurrency well, there's little point just guessing when to buy or sell coins. Now's the time to start studying basic information about crypto There are many videos for beginners on my channel. For instance, a video about how to start your journey in the crypto world. Then, if you're a newbie, I'd recommend you buy crypto for a certain amount. For instance, 5 or 10% of your income. It's better to do this every month if the price of the coin isn't rising, but either falling or staying at a reasonably low mark. But try to buy coins regularly to form a portfolio. Meanwhile, it's beneficial to hold coins with varying degrees of risk in the portfolio. When Bitcoin is rising, don't rush to buy it. So what would I do? If the portfolio is smaller and you're ready to invest up to $1,000 or $2,000, it makes sense to risk more, and therefore buy less Bitcoin and Ether, but more altcoins, which, along with a higher degree of risk, have greater chances of earning in the long run. If you're ready to bring your crypto portfolio to an amount of $10,000 to $50,000, I'd recommend investing 25% in Bitcoin, another 25% in Ether, 25% in low-risk altcoins, 15% in medium-risk altcoins, and 10% in high-risk altcoins. There will soon be a separate video on my channel about how to choose altcoins. It's worth counting on long-term investments, a year or two. With this strategy, you have more chances to hit the growth phase, which will happen during this period anyway. The current situation with Bitcoin, a period of waiting and uncertainty. But despite this, many experts give a very positive forecast for the course in 2024. However, the final decision, what to do with your money, what to invest in and at what moment, is up to you. It's your responsibility in the end. Write in the comments what you think about the state of the market and whose forecasts among the experts seem the most plausible to you.